Sedation generally precedes respiratory depression. There, as long as the client is alert and potential for respiratory depression is minimized. Narcotic analgesics can be given for severe respiratory depression. Constipation can be a consequence because narcotics cause constipation, right? So we're pushing all these narcotics, they can be constipated. Family involvement, waiting for the permission phenomenon, because death often occurs shortly after a significant family member communicates that he or she is strong enough and ready to let go. Nurses must support family members at this time because family members may feel as though they have given up and let down their loved one. So that's when I was talking about if you tell them, I'm okay, it's okay to die, then most of the time, 9 times out of 10, they will go on and die. They worry about the people being left behind. Approaching death. The nurse informs the client's family that a death is approaching. So that means you should be calling a family member at least 2 hours before that happens and says, look, you might want to call in the immediate family and everybody come on in. You don't ever tell them on the phone if they have died or they're getting ready to die. Don't ever tell somebody that on the phone because the chances of them making it there safely are slim to none. They're going to run over everybody in the process trying to get there. So you don't tell them that they're about to die or they've already been, dead. Just say, I need for you all to bring your immediate family and come to the hospital. If they ask, well, why do I need to come? Say, we'll discuss that when you get here. Okay, but never tell anybody that over the phone. Multi-organ failure is a condition in which 2 or more organ systems gradually cease to function. When the supply of oxygen begins to fall below the levels required to sustain life, cells followed by tissues and organs begin to deteriorate. The cardiovascular, pulmonary, hepatic, and renal systems are most vulnerable to failure. Cells release their intracellular chemicals. Pre-existing hypoxia is first complicated by a localized rather than generalized inflammation response. That causes the signs of multiple organ failure. If you look at the table 38-2 on page 848, you'll see the organs and what signs and symptoms you're looking for multi-organ failure. When people die, 9 times out of 10, they're in a multi-organ failure. It's not one organ that causes them to die. It takes a couple, okay? Family notification. The nurse informs the physician first. So when the patient dies, we need to call the physician and let him know, hey, this patient has died, is deceased. Do you want to come see them or not? In the state of Kentucky, an RN can pronounce somebody dead, but it takes another RN with me to pronounce them. So I can't pronounce them by myself. I have to go get another nurse, and they have to listen for lung sounds and listen for an apical before we can pronounce them. But as nurses, we can pronounce in Kentucky, but the doctor still needs to be notified. Okay? It's not okay for us not to say, oh, well, he don't need to know, and then he shows up to see his patient and finds out they were dead 2 days ago. That's not good. Okay? So always notify your doctor.